Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Lunar Squack. Got a little bit more to go. Let's see where this goes. Because we just got everybody back. We now have a ship. How'd they get that in there while they're flying?
I will return to a state of inactivity.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
Acknowledged. Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the astronaut, my awakener.
Don't worry, I will. We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long
I eagerly await your results.
Oops.
Looks like he went to sleep.
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh? I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you. Really. And that goes for everyone else, too.
I keep accidentally skipping because I think they're done.
Thanks for coming to rescue me, guys.
We're just happy you're okay.
Just don't scare us like that again, all right?
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
And yet you somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
You make it sound like it was easy. Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it. So funny enough, I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
It didn't benefit them in the slightest.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
I don't know what about that made. You know what? Whatever.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
I'd like to follow Reen's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well. Thank you, all of you. And, dear brother, it's a relief to see you safe and sound. Though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so myself. My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them. Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
I mean, I guess it's possible.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Well, it's probably not impossible.
Now you're just being silly.
Sounds about right for our prince.
Well, at the very least, I'd say we're clear of any immediate danger. And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information. But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
Reen!
Oh yeah, you guys.
Toa! George! I thought I heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel.
I'll be honest.
So you were on board too?
I didn't recognize George's voice.
You bet. Good to see you, Reen.
He almost never yells, so. Okay.
Whoa!
That's like 50. Okay. How many you got now, Reen? It keeps adding.
It's really you. You're really okay. No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance.
Oh, they just found that out?
We've been so worried about you.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I?
Yeah, bad boy.
Sorry, Toa. But I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay. Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista. And it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
Oh. You remembered. You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't.
I mean, how do you know? Maybe he did die. Maybe he just came back.
And then there was the promise you made during the festival after party.
It was another
You
promise.
said that next year you'd work to make the Academy even more wonderful than it is now.
I'll be honest, I don't remember that one.
We still need to work on that one, but I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
See? Reen's a guy you can count on.
Are you gonna come up hugging too?
Nice to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... well, here you are.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting. There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready.
I mean, Crow's 19. Does that mean like Toa and George and all of them are 19 as well? Or is he just like a year older than all of them? I don't know. Because they're at least like 18, because Reen is 17. I mean, it's... how long has it been? It could be... some of them could be like 18 by now.
The Courageous began its independent operations right before Heimdall was first occupied. I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount Arcade, and we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous's timely appearance.
It probably wouldn't have killed you guys.
What have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Then again, who knows what he do actually. Hasn't made any smart decisions yet.
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit. And we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
George and I haven't been here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
You did?
How?
I hope he's still alright. By the way, what happened to Major Vander? You two are always joined at the hip.
Alas, he is currently indisposed. His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia. They're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
With him too? So he's over in the west now.
I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Hyarm's Sutherland province, along with Duke Cayenne's Lemaire province. The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
Correct. A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact. But the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage. On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
That's terrible.
I'd heard as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
Yeah, but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
Right. But that means we're uncertain what course to pursue now. And having said that, we have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really. With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war, what exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Reen was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
Come on, guys. This is the decision you've already made. Come on. Stop making it dramatic.
This is a full-on war, and our fellow Erebonian countrymen stand on both sides. No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves. Still, during our field studies, we found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again. And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this. A part only we can play. We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance, But together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
That was wonderful, Reen.
And that means...
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons. Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish.
That's both you, Reen, not us. That's both your things that you want to do.
But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands. And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes, we want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can. I think I speak for everyone in Class 7 when I say that.
You bet.
I agree completely.
We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
As Reen said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every intention of following it.
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
No biggie. We're Class 7. Throw in a few of Reen's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
Oh, he's trademarking them now. Could get some money off that.
Look at you kids.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
That's the Class 7 I'm proud to serve.
They spent like a day.
And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way. Everyone at Thor's has something to bring to the table. Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
If it's, the saying of the school, I feel like we'd hear it more than just once.
The words of Drycles the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Exactly.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves. And it's true that Thor students are scattered all over the country right now. But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too, and they feel the exact same way that you guys do.
I understand, Your Highness.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction. But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take. If you would do the honors, Captain.
As you wish. We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you. From here on out, the Courageous is yours to command as you see fit.
What?
Cool.
What?
Calm down, Elliot. That's a bit of an overreaction right there.
Father, would you mind elaborating?
It means exactly what it sounds like. The operation of this ship will be left entirely to your discretion. I imagine your journey to make a difference in this war needs a home base to begin from.
Well, yes, but
But then what will you do?
We plan to disembark and make our way to the western provinces.
What is Prince Oliver gonna
Once
do?
there, we'll begin working with the 7th Armored Division and the other neutral forces in the region.
Neutral?
The intention is to ensure that as few innocents as possible are harmed by this conflict.
I was actually worried this airship might prove a bit too conspicuous to aid us in pursuing that goal. But with us headed west, we'd be leaving all of Eastern Erebonia in your hands.
Wow.
I see. That does make the most logical sense.
Kinda. If we've got the Courageous, we could give our third faction some real weight. Neither side could afford to ignore us.
I'm not even sure the guild could come up with a plan this wild.
It's still hilarious how they keep saying neither side. We have literally someone directly on the one side assisting us. Like, we have more family members that we actually care about, except for Eustace, that are not on the Noble Alliance side, but are on the Imperial Army side. Like, we aren't going to be we aren't being neutral. I'm sorry.
Well, it's fair to say I've learned a lot from the way the Guild's members handle things, yourself included. Oh, Alphen.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you to remain on board the Courageous as well. This ship is technically the property of the Arner household, fathers in particular. It should give them a certain freedom to act if they have concrete backing from a member of the Imperial family.
I'd be happy to. Henceforth, I, Princess Alphen Raisay Arnor, will guarantee the legitimacy of their actions. So do whatever you see fit to do. You have my full support.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Now we can just have her say, no, and we... Wait, what? Why are you so
We're
excited?
truly honored to have you with us.
But basically now we can just, you know, dismantle all the lies the Imperial Army has been
No turning back now.
spouting.
Yeah, seriously.
Yep, the nod session. Yeah, nod session.
I humbly accept custody of the Courageous.
Please, leave Eastern Arabonia to us.
We'll be counting on you then.
I'm looking forward to toasting your future successes.
Okay, Vice Governor Prince Albert signed this Marlingram and traveled to Western Arabonia across the lake. And after receiving the bare minimum instructions on how to operate the ship, the bright-eyed new owners set course for the Ebel Highway. Boxes. We gotta go and break those boxes real quick. Hang on a second. That's why we're landing.
I'm leaving you in charge of the Courageous's day-to-day operations. I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
It would be an honor.
Alright, she has a hat now. Sure, why not voice this one? Okay. How do I look? Wow, it really suits you. Yeah, the size is just right, too. That means she has a huge head, doesn't it? Huh. Fortunately, I had a spare on hand that was a size smaller. Okay, never mind. I think her head's actually bigger than everything else. That's quite fortunate. Yeah, her head is bigger. Okay. You're kind of like a cute mascot, like a human mushy, or Mishy. Perhaps we should capitalize on this opportunity with an irresistible line of Captain Toa merchandise. Like, that sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh, you two, you're terrible. Gotta say, that hat's a nice touch, Toa. It really suits you. You definitely look the part of the captain with it. I think this will be just fine here. I think things will be just fine here in our absence. Yeah, you guys won't be needing us around much longer. But you guys are taking off then. You'll be disembarking together with Father then, yes? Yeah, it was nice to help you out until you guys got back together again. But now that you're here, now that you are, there's no use in me sticking around. With the situation in the West what it is, I've decided to help out over there instead. I intend to return to commanding the RMP. I believe that's the best way I can contribute to bringing this war to an end. Music? We understand. There we go. Bye-bye, Claire. If you bump into Lecter somewhere, make sure you say hi for me. I'll be sure to do so. I have been entrusted with a number of research tasks by Chairman Arena, as it so happens. So this is farewell for now. That doesn't sound shady at all. But, well, stay safe, alright? Whether you're a member of Ouroboros or not, it'll never change how you're our family's mate. Oh my. I'm touched to hear you say so. Please, my lady, take care of yourself. Still, let's keep in touch, okay? I'm gonna keep gathering as much info as I can through the Guild's intelligence network. It's not like Erebonia is the only place where strange stuff's going down. True. I'm particularly concerned about what's happening over in Crossbell. Anyway, leave that to you. Give my regards to Miles. You know it. Whoever that might be. I think that's the guy who was helping out in the guild branch in Legram, I think. Thanks for everything that you've done for us. I'm sure that we wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for your help. Hey, no need to get all stiff all of a sudden. You're embarrassing me. We may be working separately from now on, but I intend to do all I can to aid you in the future. Take care, everyone.
Master Rean, would you mind accepting this?
Okay, this is where they give the item, right?
It's a little something I've always kept with me. I hope it will be of some use to you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharon. You're always taking care of us, you know that? I almost wish you could stay with us longer. I feel like I have so much more I could learn from you.
I would like to remain here and continue to serve you as well, you know. I wish you the very best in the days to come. I'm sure that if you try, you will find a place worthy of you in this world.
Thank you. I'll do what I can.
I also hope that you'll continue to care for Lady Elisa in more ways than one.
Where she has to have that one.
Sharon, stop!
We'll all take care of her while you're away, so don't worry.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now. Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
May the goddess be with you.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Good luck, Father.
All right. Can you get those boxes for me?
Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay on their own?
Only the goddess herself knows for certain. Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
Well, well, aren't we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite. I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The Old Guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant. Speaking of the Old Guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
Apparently.
Yes, he was.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
Why?
Was he now?
I don't see how that's surprising. I guess because he's old.
He and I may have had our differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing. I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him, but there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdall under the Alliance's thumb. Were you able to find out where his funeral was held?
They probably didn't hold a funeral.
Actually...
Captain, is something amiss?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue.
Let me guess. He's gone.
I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied. But then after that, it simply disappeared at some point.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I'm afraid I don't know. It is possible that the intelligence division did something to that effect.
A disappearing corpse is certainly cause for concern. It's difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
Unbelievable. I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave. He had so many plots in motion, I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
Alright, he's gonna come back at some point.
No change in weather or wind direction since entering Kreuzin provincial airspace.
We are currently cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH. Nothing abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
Detour around the Twin Dragons Bridge, staying within the clouds. Take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, she's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
I mean, it makes sense. He's used to doing this kind of stuff.
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
That's just one of her many charms.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now all that remains is to do it.
I wonder how many chapters are in this game. Because we're already like, what, 30 hours in?
Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's out of the way.
And you're already basically, we've only finished the first act. There can't be like 8 acts like in the first or chapters.
And whatever we decide, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still, I think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Erebonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
Yeah, we don't want to risk getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
It's sad to think how we barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want.
Great insight
I
there.
lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
You slacker.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Arcade School of Quartzmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I forgot she likes Laura's dad.
I was kidding.
I know you weren't.
In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out. Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
Of course.
You almost sound like an instructor for once.
Getting back to the matter at hand, we don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now?
Come again?
I assume what would be our overall goal, something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve it.
I don't think we needed that explanation, but sure. Go ahead, Emma.
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's easier to get motivated when you have a specific goal in mind.
You mean like a normal person?
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember? The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
Is there a reason we had to do this grayscale, like flashback, and couldn't have just done it?
I see. That makes sense.
We did spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
We were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it. And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
Yeah.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I wonder what's happening there.
Cool picture. Not as cool picture.
Toa, George. The Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
For now.
That's right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country. Now, most of the upper-class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
All right, then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
That sounds good to me. The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport, but we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
I mean, I wouldn't make that as my first goal because it's kind of super close to the capital, which they're probably going to have a lot of eyes on. Because that's probably could be where they're holding the Vera family, just stuck in the castle or something. So I'm just saying, probably not the best place to choose, but I guess it has a lot of sentimental value.
And whatever information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though.
No doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are going to be rock solid.
Yeah.
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity.
Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point.
we were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out. And hey, if we all thought about it, what's to stop the other Sprimthors from thinking it too? So if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the Academy, why not go and ask them to join us? I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll be sure to keep an eye out.
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side, the higher chance we stand of making Trista and the Academy our home again. And I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it.
I know the feeling, actually.
Everything works for me. I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Okay, so a bunch of students are going to get control of this high-class airship. Cool.
Agreed. To wrap all this up, we'll use the Courageous as our base and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia.
I just thought about this, but technically shouldn't Princess Alvin be sitting here?
Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out as we can. All for the sake of our primary goal,
taking back Thor's military academy.
I don't know why that needed to be a flashback, but sure, whatever. Well, I suppose what we need to decide next is where we're headed first. Yeah, we don't have many places we can go at the moment, but there's Legram, Ymir, the Nord Highlands. We're able to land at the 4th Armored Division's base too, right? Yeah, I asked Dad about that yesterday, and he's fine with it. Probably better for us to swing by all of them at once. Really. Oh, almost forgot. Prince Albert sent you a few requests to take care of. He did? Oh, joy. The details are all right behind you. Behind us? I mean, that's kind of to their side, but sure. Oh, that's an orbital computer there. I only ever really used one in class. No need to fear, the technology doesn't bite. Plus, it'll be easier in the long run for you to grab stuff from there. So, go on, take a look. Sure. And do some finagling with the keyboard, for sure. Yep. Oh, lucky us. These are made by the Eisbären Foundation, so they're identical to the ones we used in class. There we go. Something popped up. Extra activities. Know about... But no, I don't freaking know what that says. I can't read that. So this is how everything's displayed. The Delish Division has some of these too, I think. Okay, that's a lot. Badass danger. Patiri's in trouble. Those damnable soldiers, they... Damn it. Sure? I'll tell you at the inn in Legram. Okay, hurry up and get over here. Cargo, that's a unfortunate name. Without leave, Lieutenant General Craig. A civilian. We have... I can't remember what it was. It was like Irish, but I can't do Irish right now. A civilian taken into our protected custody has vanished. I can't do it anymore. Would you be willing to offer us a few more sets to advise as we look for him? Speak to me at the camp to further details. And here's the find the first year's Presentoa. I figured out where a few Thor students are. I know it's important to get them to join us, but I just want to make sure that the first years are safe. You'll be checking on Monica, Mint, Casper, and Vivi. They're all people we found. Sure, they'd be a great help in addition to the crew. Okay. Monsters. Elder Ivan? Large mysterious monster has appeared on islands. Oh, that's from Nord. Okay. He would ordinarily ask to take care of it, but he's on patrol and can't be reached. Okay. Okay. So they're just all over the place, huh? There's one from Nord, one from Legram, and from the Guerrillas Proving Grounds. We've got plenty of work in store for us all over the country. And how I wish it were my imagination, but I think I saw a depressingly familiar name on one of them as well. Yeah. Kind of worried about the one my dad sent us. And I don't think we can ignore that unusual monster that appeared in Nord either. Prince Albert took the time to gather and send all of these to us himself. Wow. How'd he manage to do that? He just left the Western Erebonia. He's a guy with plenty of connections, especially through the Bracers Guild. He said he's going to keep finding stuff like this that he thinks you can handle and send them your way. How many you end up doing, and it's up to you. But I recommend taking care of the more urgent ones last. Yep, just like usual, take care of the non-urgent ones, the green ones first. Understood. I don't think any of us mind one bit. Indeed, it helps bring focus to our goal of touring the region and helping those in need. With that being said, I would assume checking the safety of our fellow Thor students is our top priority. Took the liberty of giving you that one myself. We're slowly getting information in on other Thor students. Could be. Anytime we find anything, we'll update the computer. And you know, maybe they'll be willing to join us too. How convenient. I'm suddenly very grateful for these classes. Guess we'll be taking this thing pretty often. But I think that's almost everything. When you've decided where you want to go first, let me know, okay? Oh, and George is hard at work setting up the oral factory in the ship's hold. If you need any modifications made to your Arcus or any quartz, you can sort those out there. While you're at it, it's worth checking out the other facilities on board too. It's not much now while we were short on staff, but I'm sure any students you recruit will get creative with their space. Might as well. Still, do you guys mind if we figure out who's going to make up our activity party when we disembark first? Actually, if we're doing that now, would you mind including me? I'd like to see the strange monster from the Highlands request myself. I don't mind at all. That sounds fair. I can come with you if you need a hand too. You just let me know if I need it, okay? Thanks, instructor. Now let's see. Okay, this is temporary, not possible to remove guys from the party. Okay, I don't mind that. Let's see here. I guess we're gonna be able to move people around pretty regularly. So let's put some low-level people in the party just to get them higher level. For the last person, though, B, I guess. Trying to think. Because we have our physical attackers, we have our support, we have a log, so we don't want Laura because she kind of fills the space of a lot of people we have. We have 2 magic, so I guess Fee kind of fits a different role with speed and evasion. Though, I don't know. I felt like it might also be mixed with Gaius there. Tough choice. I'm never gonna put Magius in the team unless I have to. I'm sorry. It's never gonna happen. It's between Emma and Fee, I think, right now. I think we have too many magic users and we only have so many quartz. So I think Fee is the best choice here. I think we'll have to go with that. We can probably change this whenever we want to. Okay, let's get going. Right. Let's go, go, go. Tips. Experience. Usage. Equipment quartz. Okay. All right. Act 2. We finally, you know, what is it, like half an hour in? Crazy. The Awakening Lions. Should probably do as instructor recommended and tour the facilities on board at least once before we disembark. There's not much, but it'll be smart to go see in the ship's hold, pay Valmar a visit. Maybe it'd be good to see Princess Elfin too. You now have the student's information tab in your notebook. Alright, that's all the main quests. Probably gonna do these two first. Then we'll do the first years, and then we'll maybe do the Munster thing last. I don't know exactly. But as far as team goes, we'll keep this as the main team for now. Alright, Million, we'll switch you back to that. Elliot. Yeah, we'll be nice to you. Did we ever look at these? Yeah, we did. And you. Okay, okay. I think that's everybody that we looked at. Jeez, why are you way over there? Get over here. We'll do that. Do I want Millium? We're gonna keep Gaius in the main team just for a little bit, at least for combat. Millium we haven't had in the team in a bit. Same with all of these guys, actually. So we'll mix things up, actually. We'll try this. Yeah, we'll try this team. Maybe do this? I mean, this kind of takes out any support we have. But it's a team comp we haven't tried before. So I kind of want to do that. Lisa I'm going to keep in the team whenever I can, just because she's going to be main team material and I want her to be equal level. Let's get you back to here. I'm gonna have to do a lot of this. Yeah, at least that's normal. Oh, I gotta give that. Hang on a second. Keeping that, because we want that crit. I guess evasion is disappearing, huh? Because we want the delay and cancel. We'll go with this, I guess. We already have that. We'll give you that. We'll give you back this. That speed, though. Sleep and nightmare. Seal and mute. Delay. I don't think I want you to be super fast, though. Sure, we'll just give you this. The fact that you... Yeah, we need something else here. Let's give you... Honestly, that wouldn't be too bad. It's not a bad idea, actually. And you... We can take this. Those are fine staying on you. Gonna keep that. We might give you something different here. I think I'll keep that though. You definitely want... Where is it? This. And you also... I guess we'll give you this. We're gonna want to give you... Yes, you want to be able to dodge. Sure. Yeah, you can keep all those. Okay, you're fine. You need something. Okay. Well, let's see what we can actually do here. Sure, defense. Sure. Sure. Okay, you need something else here. I don't know if we have anything to really replace that, but we actually be useful for you. I'm gonna take this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take that. Sure. I don't know if I want to give that to you, but sure. Okay, yeah, we'll give that to you. I would like to give that to him, but can't right now, I guess. Actually, I can go do that. I'm gonna save that, leave that open for that. This music really reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna take that out as soon as we are able to do what we need to do. Okay, here we go. Let's get you done. Nothing to give you there. Do that for now. I mean, I could give you this, but I think it's kind of pointless on you. I shouldn't put that there, though. Put that here. That's, I don't have a lot I can do. Sure. 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 Alright, that was a waste of time. In fact, I think I should just stop here. Because it'll take a while to talk to everybody. I want to do that all in one thing. So we have everybody set up, we have our party. Probably going to mix things around a little bit at some point. But we'll do this for now. And yeah. So again, this is Kingdom Hearts music, I'm sorry. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Ugh. Got a lot done. Ugh. Tomorrow will be another stream day. It'll be Elden Ring. We should be finishing up New Game Plus 4 and getting the New Game Plus 5. Provided I don't, you know, can't bang my head against a wall too many times and get a concussion. But, you know, we got just the hard bosses left. Millennia and Radon, and then the final boss, which might do first to warm up. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.